Good morning. It is Friday, October 11th, and today is the memorial of St. John the 23rd. This is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. We have a lot of news to get to this morning, so let's get into it. Governor Gretchen Whitmer has signed bills that will provide public schools with $125 million for safety and mental health grants. Whitmer also signed bills to improve child literacy rates through dyslexia screening. That will require all students from kindergarten to third grade to be tested for dyslexia 3 times a year, and 4th through 12th graders will be tested if they have difficulty learning to decode. The $125 million for safety and mental health funding came about after that funding shrunk in the budget due to the federal COVID money no longer being available. Former President Trump is going after the Biden and Harris administration on the economy after some poor reports. The Consumer Price Index, a barometer of inflation, rose more than expected in September, and initial filings for unemployment benefits also unexpectedly turned higher for last week.
Under Biden and Harris, because of inflation, the economy has been a total disaster. But Kamala says that she can't think of one thing that she would do differently.
At the Detroit Economic Club on Thursday, Trump chided the White House for keeping inflation higher than when he was in office. Trump also made this prediction if Harris is reelected president.
You want to know the truth? It'll be like Detroit. Our whole country will end up being like Detroit if she's your president.
Trump consistently has the advantage among voters on whom they trust to handle the economy as Election Day nears. The latest polling shows Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Trump tied here in Michigan. The Emerson College polling shows both presidential candidates are tied at 49%. The polling showed the top issue for Michiganders is the economy, threats to democracy, affordable housing, and health care. At least 12 people are dead after Hurricane Milton made landfall in Florida and left a path of destruction. News Nation's Alex Capriello surveyed the damage in the Sarasota area.
A lot of downed trees, power lines. There were so many boats that were in the marina that were flipped on their sides or just completely brought ashore. There was one, I would say, 200-foot yacht that was hard grounded into the land.
Over 3 million people are still without power. And the northern lights were visible in Michigan's Upper Peninsula last night and may be visible again tonight in parts of northern lower Michigan as well. We're going to have partly cloudy skies in Saginaw, but if you head outside and look north, you may be able to catch nature's light show. This is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. Your local weather's next. Now this.
Persecution around the world has manifested itself through the centuries, but it is worse today than ever before. Aid to the Church in Need and its donors have been there to help since 1947, never abandoning the Church or her most vulnerable children. Will you stand up for your faith and accompany our brothers and sisters on their spiritual journey? Visit churchinneed.org. churchinneed.org.
In Detroit today, it will be much warmer with our high around 76 with mostly sunny skies. Tonight will be mostly clear with lows dipping to 51. Tomorrow will be sunny and cooler with temperatures around 64. Sunday, the rain returns with highs in the lower 60s. Monday, we'll have a chance of showers and highs in the mid-50s. Right now, we have fair skies in Detroit and it is 51, 44 at Metro Airport, and 48 in Flat Rock. This is Michigan Mornings. In Saginaw today, it will be much warmer with our high around 80 with mostly sunny skies. Tonight will be partly cloudy with lows dipping to 44. Tomorrow will be sunny and cooler with temperatures around 62. Sunday, the rain returns with highs in the upper 50s. Monday will be mostly sunny with highs in the mid-50s. Right now, we have fair skies in Saginaw and it is 45. It is 39 right now in Midland. This is Michigan Mornings. The The Tigers and Guardians are headed back to Cleveland for a decisive Game 5 of their AL Division Series. The Tigers blew the lead in the 7th inning on their way to a 5-4 loss to the Guardians in Game 4 at Comerica Park. Bo Bresky gave up a go-ahead home run to David Fry in the 7th inning to take the loss. Zach McKinstry homered for the Tigers in the setback. Game 5 is tonight in Cleveland on TBS, and Tarek Skubal will start for the Tigers. Last night, the Red Wings lost their opener to Pittsburgh 6-3. They take on Nashville on Saturday night. The Lions are headed to Dallas to take on the Cowboys, and college basketball is starting back up with Michigan State traveling to Marquette to take on Northern Michigan in an exhibition game where Tom Izzo is at his alma mater. Welcome back to Michigan Mornings. I'm Matthew Handley. I have some more news to bring to your attention. A much less generous cost of living adjustment is coming to your Social Security check. News Nation's Nicole Burley has more.
Recipients can expect to see a 2.5% increase next year as part of their cost of living adjustment. The increase is the smallest in years, in line with inflation expectations. Last year, millions of recipients received their biggest increase, almost 9%, after years of higher inflation during the pandemic. The increase is expected to help tens of millions of people keep up with expenses as inflation cools.
The increase will begin showing up in your Social Security check in January. Federal authorities have slapped TD Bank with $3 billion in penalties for what they call staggering and pervasive money laundering failures. They allege the New Jersey-based bank enabled international drug traffickers to launder more than $670 million through the institution. Attorney General Merrick Garland says TD Bank had inadequate controls in place to be able to detect money laundering and even aided in that process. Bank officials pleaded guilty to multiple felonies in federal court on Thursday. And Ethel Kennedy has died at the age of 96. Robert F. Kennedy's widow and the Kennedy family matriarch suffered a stroke in her sleep last week. A statement said she died in a Massachusetts hospital, surrounded by family. St. John XXIII opened the Second Vatican Council by saying it is not incorruptible wealth, nor the promise of earthly happiness that the Church offers the world today, but the gifts of divine grace, since they raise up men to the dignity of being sons of God. That does it for this edition of Michigan Mornings. I'm Matthew Handel, and Lord willing, I'll talk to you again on Monday. Until then, goodbye.